Hello everyone. I'm coming to do a video to do a tarot reveal. Okay. I'm doing this because I've seen some on YouTube and they're very good, but none of them have been made for business people. And I am all about tarot for business. So I don't have the box for this deck because I've had it for too long. So I won't be able to unbox it in front of you, but I've ordered it through from the minor to the from the major to the minor arcana, and we're going to look at every single card in one after the other. Hopefully you'll get a good look. Like, this is the first card of the deck. I won't explain the meaning of all the cards because the way I teach the tarot is not about knowing the meaning for each card. It's about paying attention to the card and seeing what on the card catches your attention. Now, I'm aware that most of the people that I'm going to work with, or most of the people who are going to watch this video, if they're business owners or entrepreneurs, will know nothing about the tarot. Some of them might have a deck that they have been gifted or that they bought because they had a great tarot reading in the past, but then they felt too intimidated by it. And that's perfectly normal. The tarot can be very intimidating, but it doesn't need to be. You can literally learn how to use a tarot deck in 5 days. And that's what I've just done in my past 5-day challenge that I run 2 weeks ago. So for those of you who are watching this video, I don't know when you'll be watching it. This is the 4th of July, 2022. And I'm going to wish all my North American friends a happy 4th of July. No matter when you watch this video, when you find it, let's go through this deck and let me tell you, the biggest distinction I'm going to tell you about is between the major and minor arcana. But at the same time, I want you to know that this doesn't really matter as much as you think it does. And I don't want you to cling on to the meaning of the card, because tarot cards are here as flashcards for your intuition. And so what you want is really to pay attention to a card when you pull it and see if there's a detail on it that speaks to you. Okay. So this is the first card of the deck. It's called the Fool, and it has a number 0 at the top. Oops, here we go. All major, so tarot decks are decks of cards that have 78 cards. Don't confuse them with oracle decks, which have all sorts of numbers of cards and that are not structured in the same way. Tarot is a traditional divination tool, although I will say to you that it's absolutely amazing to tap into your own intuition or to act as a mirror for whatever mindset problem you might have coming up. So you know how in business they say it's 50% strategy, 50% mindset. Tarot can be amazing to do that as well. So major arcana will have a name at the bottom and a number at the top. Okay, sorry, I'm kind of, my brain is not used to where to move my fingers to show you these things. And then I'm going to show you a typical minor arcana. It will have at the bottom, actually not on all, only the ace has Ace of Pentacles at the bottom, and it will have a suit. So the suit is Pentacles in this case. Okay, that's all you need to know for now. And then on the second of Pentacles, we'll have a Roman number at the top, and you will see that there are 2 pentacles on the card as a depiction. You see, Ace of Pentacles, 1 pentacle on it, 2 of Pentacles, 2 pentacles on it. Pretty simple. Now let's go through the cards. So 22 major arcana, we're going to look at the name at the bottom and the number at the top. What's really interesting is that, of course, because it goes from 0 to 21, there's 22 arcanas, but the 22nd is numbered number 21. A bit confusing, I agree. So we start with the Fool, then the Magician, the High Priestess, the Empress, the Emperor, the Hierophant, the Lovers, the Chariot, Strength, Hermit, number 9. You can see the Roman numbers here. Wheel of Fortune, Justice, the Hangman, Death, That's the one that usually triggers people. Temperance, the devil, the tower, the star, the moon, the sun, judgment, and the world, which is the last card of the deck. I know I've gone a little bit fast, but you can always pause the recording if you want to go through these 22 major arcana, okay? They all follow the same numbering, and in all other tarot decks, you should have the same 22 cards. However, sometimes some authors change a little bit the title. Like I have a deck here where the death card has been called the close. And I don't know if you can, yeah, the reflection is quite hard for you to see on here. But today we are looking at the Rider-Waite deck. This is going to be described underneath in the description box. This is the best deck to get if you don't have one already, because it's a teaching deck and a learning deck. So it will have the right names on the right cards and the right and a body of symbols that is really useful to interpret the cards. Okay. Once you become a little bit familiar with this deck, you can move on to other decks. Now, how does this relate to business? Anything can be related to business from the tarot, but I will say some cards, you know, they're universal, because sometimes, like the Fool, could be talking to you about taking a risk, right? The Fool takes risks in life, and isn't that what entrepreneurship is all about? So if you pull the Fool out and you're thinking about investment, then that tells you to trust, to have faith, and to trust that the actual, you know, whatever you're walking on is going to support you and bring you success, right? So that's the major arcana. Now let's go through the minor ones. Minor ones are divided into what's called suits. So suits actually can link into traditional playing cards. So pentacles would link into diamonds. We're going to go through this more systematically in a minute. Swords would link to spades. Now here we go. Cups would link to hearts, and wands would link to clubs, I think. Let me show you a wand, the Ace of Wands. Here we go. Oops, no, that's not clear enough. Let's do it better. Here we go. Ace of Wands. Okay? So you have 4 suits, and each of these suits has 10 numbered cards, as well as 4 court cards. That's what they're called, okay? So you have the Ace of Pentacles, the Second of Pentacles. As I showed you earlier, if you have 2 pentacles on the card, that should indicate how many, you know, what's the card, but they help you by having a Roman number at the top as well. Here you can see the 3 pentacles are a bit hidden into the architecture of this, let's say, church-looking building, right? So sometimes you have to look for the pentacles as they are hidden somewhere. Number 4, you can see he's got some under his feet, holding one of them and one on top of the head. When I say he, actually, if we're observant rather than draw conclusions, this actual character could be both female and male. So we try to stay neutral about this. So on this one, you can see the pentacles are on the window. Here they're in the sky, number 6. Here they're in the foliage. Well, I'm not going to continue to tell you where to find the pentacles, but you can see that they're distributed generously in many different ways on each card. Okay, now we're getting it. This was number 10. So the Suit of Pentacles, this is 10. You can see it's more crowded, 10 cards. And then you have the Page, which is the first court card. You have the Knight, the Queen, and the King. You see the King is, this one is very ornate. Right, that was Pentacles for you. Let's move on now to Swords. Let's just pull all these cards together. The ace. Now you will notice by now that the ace is usually a card where a hand is holding the symbol for the suit, right? I can probably pick up the First of Pentacles again and show you. No, actually, I'm going to do it with the Ace of Cups because it's right behind. It's in front of me. I won't have to keep you waiting. Can you see there's a hand holding? So for the Pentacles, there was a hand holding the Pentacle. This is Cups. The hand is holding the cup. This is Sword. A hand is holding the sword. That's the Ace. And the Ace also has wording, as have court cards. But in between, you're not just going to get these with the Roman numbers. So number 2, number 3, number 4, number 5, number 6. You can imagine by now, number 7, that the sword is not usually a very popular suit. When people get swords, they usually think something negative is happening to them. But I want you to approach the tarot with the spirit of thinking that there is no right or wrong, there is no good or bad. There's just information and feedback, okay? Page of Swords is here. The page is always on foot, whereas the knight is always on a horse. And then, of course, the queen and the king are always on their throne, right? So that's swords for you. Let's start on cups now. I'm going quite fast because once you get your deck, I want you to be able to go through it and have those markers, those like sort of landmarks that tell you what you're looking at. So Ace of Cups, second. Cups is the heart, so you can see that. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. This is one of my favorite cards. I call it the Happy Family card. I'm pretty sure a lot of people call it that way. And then you have again the page standing, the knight on horse, and the king and the queen. Right, last one. Ace of Wands, you recognize the hand holding the wands, the sign. This is a suit, right? 2, 3, 4. It is 4. Yeah. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And now we have the page and the knight. And we have the queen and the king. So we've seen all of the cards of the Rider-Waite deck, okay? The background may be different when you buy it. It doesn't really matter. What matters is that you have a set of cards now, and each of these cards tells a story. And when on each of these cards, if you relax enough when you pull the card, will be seeing something that speaks to you and has a message for you. So that was it for today, the introduction to the Rider-Waite. I might do another video with another deck at some point, but for now, that's all I wanted to share with you. Thank you for watching. If you think that you know someone who might want to look at this, who might be interested, please share the link with them, and also subscribe to my channel, and even better, write a review. Thank you. Bye for now.